Now, from the studios of Into Tomorrow in Miami, this is ITTV.
Our next guest founded a well-tech company that develops award-winning, user-friendly products to condition healthy habits. And boy, can we all use a little of that. The CEO and founder of a company called obVus, just like it sounds, but spelled a little differently, hang in there, we'll tell you about it, is Ken Rosenblood. Ken, welcome Into Tomorrow. How are you, sir?
Very good, thank you. How are you, Dave? And thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure, and I'm doing very well. First of all, tell me about the company obVus, obVus. I like how you spell it, and obvus.me is the website. Tell me about the company.
obVus is kind of, we only want to deal with products, and whether we market someone else's or manufacture and invent them ourselves, that make people go, aha, that was a logical solution. Kind of the light bulb or the scratch of the head. We're not here to make widgets. We're here to make a difference.
Oh, I like that. And then in the introduction, I talked about a well-tech company. So what is well-tech? I'm assuming, let me take venture a guess here, has to do with wellness and using technology to help with our wellness?
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you what it's not. It's not tech rage. I've never heard that term before, but I got a kick out of when you were doing the description. You said, hey, share with us, your listeners. It is the antithesis of tech rage, but probably came about, well-tech, as a result of it. The devices that we're on all day, and it's unbelievable to think that the iPhone's only going to be 15 years old in June.
Yeah, pretty wild.
It's changed our lives. And I think that to date, it's helped us tremendously. I know I'm not giving up any of my tech. I'm a geek at heart. But at the same time, when you're so engrossed in it that you forget yourself to your own detriment, I think that's when it's time for technology to support our wellness takes over. And, that's the broad definition. If I think about it from a category standpoint, it can be ergonomics, such as our laptop tower stand or our desks that we have coming out, or our chairs to support us while seeing those screens or staring into those screens now 14 hours a day. It can be the task management that technology provides us to say, hey, Dave, it's time to take your vitamins. It's time to take your walk. It's time to take a break, a MeMo, as we say, a me moment. And it can also be even the connectedness that technology provides us to meet a health coach, to meet someone who understands and can help us plan our own wellness journey. I mean, we're in a wonderful time with sensors and I would call it the quantified self era, whereby people can see their heart rate. I watch my heart rate while I work. They can check their glucose is the next big one, right?
Yeah.
People are walking around with those things on their arms now, but I guarantee you in the next, you got one.
I do, in fact, the Dexcom G6. Yep. So I monitor it because it shows up on my phone, of course, and constant glucose monitoring. And that makes a huge difference. And of course, for diabetics, that's the kind of thing that has changed people's lives, because it's not a matter of, I'm feeling a little off, I wonder if I should check my blood sugar. Oh, I got to prick another finger. I haven't pricked a finger in years because of that device. So glad that you brought that up.
Smaller and smaller, and in the next couple of years. And I think that not only diabetics, but people who are pre-diabetic, which we know, I think it's 70% of the United States is either diabetic or pre-diabetic.
Wow.
Meaning their A1C is 5.8 to 6.9.
Wow. So yeah, by all means, it's more and more people that need to keep an eye on such things as your blood sugar. And maybe you don't think about it, and that's all the more reason to not have to think about it. If technology can be well-tech and keep you well, then we're doing it the right way. And I like how you contrasted that with what we call tech rage, because we have audience members that call in frequently about things that don't work the way they thought they should. Here's a product they bought and it's not doing what it was advertised to do, or I can't make it work right, or what. That's tech rage. So if that's the case, share that with us. We'll hopefully help you through it and help other listeners. But instead, well tech is almost, it sounds to me like you're not even having to think about it. It's just stuff that's helping us to stay well. And that's what technology can make a big difference for.
Exactly. I mean, I hearken back to something as simple as imagine how society changed when the alarm clock was invented.
Yeah, good point.
Technology at the time. Our objective with our app and ultimately our own watch on Google Wear OS, and we work with the Apple Watch now, if you want to see and get that biofeedback like you get from your glucometer in real time. You can see your posture, you can see your breath, you can see your heart rate. So, you're talking to the boss, the heart rate goes up and you notice, look at that heart rate. It gets up above 90 every day at 2 o'clock. Maybe I ate too much pasta for lunch. Maybe my boss is bugging me. Yeah. But your awareness of it and maybe a reminder to do something about it until it becomes an internally motivated habit, well, tech can do that, right?
And that's encouraging because being an Android, and I do have a Wear OS watch, but I'd much rather it help me more with my health. So is that what Minder will do? I mean, it'll keep an eye on things. I mean, yeah, I can take a peek at my heart rate, and I'm a nice mellow 81 right now. But yeah, there are things throughout the day that change your heart rate for whatever reason. Traffic is a good one. How about pulling up to the gas pump? Wow, that kind of thing.
Well, all of those things, we're not aware of our triggers when we're triggered. But if something else comes in and says, guess what, that heart rate is up right now because I'm here in the Republic of California and we cracked $6 today.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
So, a sacrifice, so to speak, to help others, I hope. Yeah. Leave that alone.
Yeah.
As you would, we have so many new sources of information that are at our fingertips. Whether it's our blood pressure that we get from a sphygmometer, whether it's our pulse oximetry, our blood oxygen rate. And the Apple Watch does that now. That's the little thing that you put on the end of your finger.
Right.
All of these things in this pandemic world, and I don't even want to mention the pandemic, but my goodness, you can have everything that you need at home and call upon it when you need it. What we want to do with Minder is give you the place to keep that information. So if you want to see your sugar level 24 hours a day, it goes into Apple Health or it goes into Google Health. You can download it into Minder and combine it with, hey, here's my diary. Here's my food journal. Here's how I'm feeling. Minder does all of those things.
Now, is this something that is a piece of software that would be on our laptop or desktop or even our smartphone? Or how does that work?
So right now it's on iOS. We have built it on OS that is not released. It will be built on Windows. It is built and not released. And Android will be the last. And all of these should be out in the next 6 months. And the idea is there's an old neurological, that's technological, right?
Yeah.
But there is a black line letter rule in neurology that a great way to learn a new habit is to tie it to an old habit. So the vitamin pills, right? Tie it to the coffee. No one ever forgets their coffee, at least I don't. But imagine how many times a day do you think you look at the time, Dave?
Oh, gee, constantly, especially because I've got another interview coming up or whatever. I mean, I'm having to be clock watching, but unfortunately, I also do it at night, and I shouldn't. But it's like, oh my gosh, I've only got 5 hours left, get back to sleep. So yeah, clock watching is a necessary evil some of the time, at least.
It is, but at the same time, imagine if we could tie to that habit, right? You don't even know when you do it. Maybe you just did.
Yeah.
But when you did, you'd say, you know what? I'm going to check in with myself too. That's the habit. I'm going to see what my heart rate's at. I'm going to see how I'm breathing. Do I need to take a drink of water? Am I thinking clearly, or do I need to kind of, just take, as Americans, we always go, right?
Yeah.
We're going to work through it. Sometimes that equals diminishing marginal returns, and we'd be better off taking a minute.
Another Mimo, right? A me moment. I like that, Mimo.
Yes. We think a Mimo is any healthy behavior, and in Minder, we give you a bunch of Mimos, You can go to the websites and create a memo out of that URL where you like to go because you like to work out with this person, breathe along with this person, just listen to this person. So whatever memo is right for you can be accommodated in Minder. The same way your blood glucose levels could be there. As I said, your food journaling, your check-ins. We're kind of a one-stop. This is what I want to do. These are the strategies of wellness that we know work, and we put them all in one place.
So when it's available now on a computer, is this something that you'd kind of Alt-Tab if you use Windows or otherwise, but you can kind of just go to that screen at any time, or is it a little pop-up window, or how does that work on a computer?
Better than that. The way it works on the computer is that will be a widget that appears on your screen. So imagine you're getting a new clock, you download the app, and it'll be a very small element right there on your screen. You can see the time, or you click on it, and you can configure your own body clock. I can show you what it looks like on the mobile app right now if you'd like me to share it.
Absolutely, and that'll give me an opportunity.
I'll show you what the body clock looks like.
Okay, and that'll give me an opportunity real quick to remind our radio audience to be sure and visit us at intotomorrow.com and see the video of the interview with Ken, and you'll see what he's now sharing on his screen, and check that out.
Yeah, so you can see this is my app, this is Minder, right? This is me. I move left, the ball moves left. I move right, the ball moves right. I start to do what everyone does and lean forward, and it gets mad at me. It starts to flash, and I can make it vibrate or make sound up to what I want to do. And I watch my heart rate, which just went above 90. So I have my heart rate at work set as a stress hold. When I get above 90 beats per minute, because I'm on with Dave Gravevine. So
oh, yeah, I make you nervous.
I'm hyped up, right? I can start a memo. And I can start a memo, and let's go to mindfulness. We have different categories, and you can see that here's my breath. And the breath I like to do is called a 4-7-8. And you'll see that white in the middle vibrating with my voice. That's my breath. So I'll take a breath in, and the breath gets bigger. So that's the real biofeedback. If I take a lousy breath where I raise my shoulders and I'm not breathing diaphragmatically, the ball gets small. I'll take a nice breath now on cue at 12 o'clock.
Ah, I see.
And I can follow the metronome. And if I want sound.
So it'll even give you some sound as well as visuals to help you, in this case, know that you're breathing properly.
Exactly. And you can put in any cadence, any amount of time. I'll exit that memo so your viewers don't have to watch me breathe, and the listeners won't have to see nothing. But we can schedule our memos for when we want them. But I go back to work, and now there's my body clock. And I've worn my device today for 5 hours and 12 minutes. I've taken 890 steps. I've been in healthy posture 83% of the time. I've had 32 ounces of water. I've meditated or had 13 minutes of mindful exercise, so to speak. And I've taken 10 memos. Those are the healthy behaviors.
So now, Ken, when you talk about this device is watching you, if you're not sitting up straight or if you're leaning forward too much, what have you, is this a device that you're wearing that you can show us, and that's what it's following, or is it following your head movement, or how does that part work?
I will put this on pause, and I will show you that this is my Apple Watch.
Okay.
And I wear my Apple Watch around my neck.
Well, you need to unshare your screen because now we're not seeing you. So.
Oh, I apologize. One thing at a time.
No worries. There we go.
A tech solution.
Yeah, there you go.
Here we go. So here's my Apple Watch.
Gotcha.
And we manufacture something called the Infinity Loop, which is a pendant that goes on the end of any necklace, or we'll provide you with a necklace. And this slides onto your watch like so, without my glasses. I don't need glasses anymore. I've had technological cataract surgery. Around my neck, and I adjust it in a way I can go. And of course, if I want to wear it on my wrist, I can wear it on my wrist. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret, Dave. What's new for us is we can do this with the earbuds now. And we're bringing that out in the next 4 to 5 weeks so that you can wear your Apple Watch on your wrist, put your hands across your belly, and get your breathing, as I showed you, but wear your ear pods in your ears, or your AirPods, and get the head movement. And this is the most subtle of posture moves. It works beautifully. We're very excited to bring it out. And then, of course, we'll be bringing out our own watch in the next, we're going to start taking crowdfunding on that in the next 4 weeks that will really easily come out of the wrist worn mode like a camera lens. Click, click, put it in the pendant around the necklace and away you go. Or we also have a clip that you can wear, and I actually carry my Apple Watch as a pocket watch.
Wow.
I don't like to wear a wristwatch. When I'm walking, I keep it in my pocket. It tracks my steps more accurately than wrist worn because, wrist worn creates a lot of, we gesticulate. Yeah. And when we do, there's a lot of false positives. And we all know the friends who go like this while they're walking and, getting extra steps.
Yeah, that's usually how I get to my 6,000 steps a day is I'm always yelling at staff and, using hand gestures.
Yes.
But now, so then I'm assuming that you make everything so that all the obVus products and services are able to work together nicely. They play nicely together.
Yes. So you can have all the awareness you want about your posture, but if your eyes are not up, if your monitor is not up, if your laptop is not up, and your hands are not free to find the proper level with a 90-degree bend in your elbow while working at a keyboard, all the apps and ergonomic gear you can find or go after is not going to do you any good. You're going to end up like this.
Yeah.
I have a funny picture I'll share with you after, but this guy's got $5,000 in ergonomic stuff and he can't see the screen. So he's like this in his fancy chair. So the idea is that lesson A, you got to see the screen. Get your glasses if you need glasses. And then from there, try to stack up against gravity, get your feet on the floor, and know that you got to change your posture. You got to take your breaks. You can stand, you can kneel. We actually are the distributors of what I consider an obVus solution. We don't make it, but it's custom made for us. It's called the Hag Chair, and I'm actually on one. But the beauty of this chair is it forces you to sit up straight. You can change your position, and now I'm sitting backwards. And I can put support on my arms. It goes up to stool length, so if you want to sit at a bar, it really is a chair that kind of forces you to take your next posture, because your healthiest posture is your next one. It's like golf. There's no such thing as perfect here, right?
I hear you.
It's about movement.
And Ken, I wish we had more time because clearly there's more to share with us, so we got to get you back on again pretty soon. But for you to be able to condition healthy habits and more about wellness technology, we invite you to visit Ken's site at obvus.me. It's OBVUS. obvus.me. And of course, we'll get you there when you visit us at intotomorrow.com. Ken Rosenblood is the CEO and founder of obVus Solutions. Keep up the good work. Keep us informed as to when these other devices are available. We'd love to test a couple and talk more about them on the air, but we'll get you back to do just that.
Everything we bring out, we are going to come to you, Dave, and we have a new product a month for 2022.
Ooh, I love it.
Stand by.
It's exciting. So by all means, we'll be standing by. obvus.me and get some of those memos for yourself, those me moments. I know I could use a few too. And we'll get you there when you visit us at intotomorrow.com. I'm Dave Graveline. We're back with much more as we bring you further into tomorrow. Stay tuned right here on the Advanced Media Network.